everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Colleen, and in today's video I'm going to take you on a tour and give you a little tutorial of my 2025 Notion Life Planner. If you're not familiar with Notion, it's a digital workspace where you can pretty much do anything to organize a project, note-taking, planning. You can collaborate with people, team members. So I use it for my social media management business, and I have an entire database hub for my business. I've used it to organize and plan my entire wedding. I've also used it to stay organized and feel a little less overwhelmed during my pregnancy and postpartum. But I think one of my favorite ways to use it is to plan and organize my life, to plan and organize and visualize my goals for the year, my goals for the month, keep track of to-do lists, my monthly planning, weekly planning, you name it, I do it all in this life planner. So my goal for this video is to give you a little inspiration on how you can utilize Notion for yourself, but also I have this entire template available and I'll link it in the description. So this will kind of give you a little tour and tutorial of my template and how I use it. Notion can definitely be a little overwhelming, so it's always my goal with my Notion pages that everything is very simple and easy to use, especially when you're using Notion on a daily basis and you want to use Notion to help facilitate healthy habits, you want to use it to help you achieve really big goals in your life, then it can't be something that is overwhelming and difficult to use, because then you'll just never use it. So if it's simple, aesthetically pleasing to look at, then every day, at least for me, I'm excited to log on to Notion multiple times a day to check off my habits, check in with my to-dos, and then that way I'm just getting that much closer to hitting all my goals. And since I've been digital planning, I definitely love to look back at my achievements over each quarter, each month, throughout the year. And it honestly does such a good job at boosting your self-esteem when you're able to see the things that you're able to accomplish. So with that being said, let's hop on in. All right, welcome inside the main dashboard. And if you get the template, everything will come blank and the cover image will be blank, but I do have a free link in my Stan store, and if you get the template, you'll get the links for the cover image here. You'll be able to get this Canva page, and you can upload all the pictures that you want, any little quotes, any pictures from Pinterest, and make your own little vision board for your main dashboard. And then I'll also give you these I'll give you these covers for all the pages in the template that you can change the names of if you want, change the fonts, whatever you want to do, or take the titles off and just use the colors, change the colors, whatever you want. So this is linked in the description, and like I said, it'll also be included in the template. So when you want to change your cover images on any of the pages, you'll just go up here in the right-hand corner and click Change Cover, and then you can upload a picture. So now moving down into the main dashboard, I'll go from left to right. So on the left-hand side, we have all of your pages, and I'll go through each of these pages later on in this video. But you have your lifestyle pages, so life admin, your budget tracking, meal planning, fitness planning, a note page for any hobbies or projects. And then we have your big picture pages. So we have your 2025 goals, a journaling page, a master to-do list, and then we have a weather widget here. So if you want to change up this weather widget, so right now it's set for New York, you're just going to go to Indify.co, and then you can click on the weather widget and you can customize it. Then you'll just copy the link, and when you want to replace it, you can just go to these three little dots, you can click replace, and then just paste in that embedded link, and then you'll have wherever your location is. And then moving over to the right, we have your monthly calendar. So I like to have this big visual of what I have going on for the month right away. And to add a new item, you can just click the little plus button, and then you can just type in whatever you have going on and then click out of it, and you'll have a new page. And what's nice too is you can add in any sort of notes that you have for any of your events that you have going on if you needed to do that as well. And then moving over here, you have this aesthetic looking flip clock. And then I have a checklist for my December goals. So like my monthly goals, I'll go through each month. I'll just change the month here and then just write out my goals for the month. And then I will also have a monthly, and then I also have a monthly to-do list. So I'll change this each month and then write out my to-do list for the month. And then I like to just visually be able to check it off as the month goes on. And then moving down here, we have your weekly to-do list. So I like to every week just change the date and then go through basically a master to-do list of what I have to get done for the entire week. And then what you can do is you can take any of these tasks and just drag it into the corresponding day. So let's say you had the doctor, right? You can take this and then just drag it into the day that you have the doctor or whatever that task is, and then just check that off. And then over on the right hand side, we have your habit tracker. So for this habit tracker, I love that this year I added this progress bar so I could see how well I did visually for the week. And then if you get the template and you want to change any of these habits, you'll just click on one of these icons. You'll just change the title. So whatever you want, this one is to drink more water. So I'm just going to write in water. And then you would click this little icon and then you can just search any of the icons. So you could just change that. But you have your 5 habits up here and then each day of the week. And then each Monday, what I'll do is just highlight all of these and then just hit delete. And then it'll refresh for the entire week for you. And then moving down, we have the weekly plan. So I love this. I love seeing visually what I have going on for the entire week. And then I can just check off each day as I go. But then if I, can't get to, finishing my template on Monday, then I can just drag it over into Tuesday. Just move it over a little bit. And so that's just makes planning in Notion very flexible, which I really love. And then moving down here to the bottom of the dashboard, I have a playlist that I selected for myself for the month. I'm already moving on to January here. But this is my January playlist from Spotify and then my January vision board. So I also have this as part of the Canva templates as well. So if you want to make these vision boards, I have a 2025 vision board and then each month. So you can just drag in your pictures that you want for your vision board. And then you can each month just again click this, click replace, and then you can upload your file right here. And then same thing with your Spotify playlist as well. If you click on your share the Spotify link and then copy the link, same thing, you could just hit these 3 little dots, hit replace, and then just copy in the link of whatever Spotify playlist you want. And it'll just refresh that playlist for you, especially if you like to make custom playlists. You can just add in your monthly playlist here. All right, so now moving over to the pages, we have your life admin page. So first page we have is your master chore list. So right here is where I like to keep, all the chores that I like to do kind of around the house, for my car, just my entire life, all life chores. And then I organize it by the frequency it has to get done, the date that I completed it on, and then the date that I next have to do it. And then what I like is I organized everything by weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly chores. So I could see what I need to get done each week, each month, quarterly, and yearly. So that way I'm just staying on track with all of my chores that I want to do. Next, we have a password tracker, which I really like to have a place to keep passwords. And then especially because Notion is not like a password locked app, I don't put the exact password, but I'll put like a hint down for each of the things I need a password for. So that sometimes helps. Next, we have a wish list, which I really like because I categorized everything. And so you could see, my wish list for clothes, for beauty items, tech, home, office, right? All those kind of things. And then you put in the amount, and then you can kind of see how much you need to budget for some of these things, which is nice. And then I also have it in matter of importance. So need, want, and would be nice to have. And down here I have a linked database so you could see the list of things that you really need and the total for that. You can see the list of things that you want and then the list of things that would be nice to have. And you can come in and customize any of these categories here by just clicking on the category twice and then clicking rename, and you can just rename it. You can change the icon. You can also delete it if you don't want this many. So that's how you would just organize that for yourself. All right, up next we have the gift tracker, which I really like. I love gift giving. So this tracker, you can keep track of the person and the occasion, the name of the gift, the date it's needed by, the link to the gift, and again, the price, which again, I really like because I can budget for everything. And then if you come over here to this board view, you could see what is needed to get within the next 7 days, the next 30 days. So then that way you can kind of keep track of, what you need to get gift-wise throughout the year, birthdays, etc. All right, so that's the life admin page. Now we're going to go over to the budget tracker. Budget tracker, really simple. I didn't want anything too complicated. I just wanted to be a place where I could put in all my income for each month. So you can see I have a tab for each month here, and then the total expenses for each month, just list it all out, put the total, and then up here we have the balance calculator. So you have your starting balance, how much money I guess you have in the bank, you could put there, your total income, total expenses, and then you could just see that balance. And then you can go through each month and kind of compare and contrast. And it just, again, very simple, nothing too complicated, but just so you can visually have it here is what I really like. Okay, up next we have the meal planner page. So we have your weekly meal plan, and you can see what you want to make for the entire week. And if you want to change this, you can just click into here and then just change up what you want to make each day of the week. So just kind of double click into these spaces and you can change it up. Okay, and then moving down, we have your recipe book. So I categorized everything by dinner, breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dessert. Dinner I have first because I always just feel like I need to plan out dinner. And then I have a page for all the different types of recipes that I've saved. So if you click on any one of these, you can just upload a picture and then upload the directions and the ingredients. So if you want to create a new one, you can click new page, type in the title of whatever it is you're making. You can click on the template new recipe and it'll just give you a prompt for ingredients and instructions. So you could just write it all out. And if you want a picture on the cover, then you'll just hit /image and then just upload a picture and it will come up on the cover. So you can just visually see what you want to make. And then below that, I have a grocery list, so you can just edit these as you go. And then when you're in the grocery store or before you go, you can just visually see and check off what you need. So that what's nice about Notion is you can have it on your phone as well. So you can just pull up your grocery list on your phone and then you have it right here. And then on the bottom here is just a list of meal ideas. So this I like to have too if something comes up in my head or if I'm like out at a restaurant or whatever, I just have an idea for a lunch, I'll add it into this kind of meal idea. A lot of these too are just like easy. I don't really need to have like a full-blown recipe for them. They're just like ideas for when I'm like, oh, what do I want to make for lunch? What do I want to make for dinner? And then I can just come here to the meal ideas page. All right, so next up we have the fitness planner. So on the left-hand side, we have strength days. So I created 4 strength days databases where you can just come in and you can add in an exercise. So you just click here, type in the exercise. You can put in the weights, sets, and reps, and then any notes here as well. And then you can also put the title of whatever the workout is. So I have full body, knee dominant, hip dominant, and cardio and core. I used to be a personal trainer and fitness instructor, so that's why I can make these programs for myself. And then over here, we have a little database for any type of classes, or these are like mainly like rest day type classes. So I have the image and then the link. So I could just click right on here. It'll take me to YouTube. So if you want to create a new one, just type in the class that you want to do. I took like a screenshot of the class cover and added that as an image, and then you can just paste in the link from YouTube or wherever onto this page, and then you'll have a new workout page here. And then I have a bunch of Spotify playlists just for when I'm working out. I can just pull up a playlist here, and then same thing as before, you'll just click the share button when you come to a playlist on Spotify, copy the link, and then paste in the embedded link. And just to show you how to do that, you could do /embed and then paste in the link here, and that's how it'll come up looking like that. Okay, so moving on, we have a hobbies page. This is just a really simple page where you can put all your different hobbies and projects. Like I even have travel, which is not necessarily a hobby, but you can keep this as a notes page for vacations you want to go on, right? If you like to garden, you can keep any notes, videos, ideas in any of these pages for any of your projects. I like having a reading page so I can keep links to books that I want to read. So you can just customize these pages however you want. They're blank. You can add a picture that will inspire you for each of your projects, and that will come up as the cover photo for each page. All right, so moving down to big picture, we have the 2025 goals page. So this is where you can paste in the link for the Canva template that I gave you for 2025, and you can just drag in all the pictures that you want that will inspire you for the year, whatever your goals are, whatever they symbolize for you. And then we have the goal tracker database, which I really love. So we have the goal that you want to achieve, the category of your life that it's in, the quarter that you either want to start working on it, or when you kind of want to achieve it by. It kind of depends upon how you want to like view that. For me, it's kind of when I want to work on that specific project. If it's Q1, usually that means I'm like either working on it Q1, January, February, March, or it's something that I want to work on like for the entire year. And you can always change the quarter. On the top here, I have all the categories. So if you want to change any of them, you just double click it, click rename, and then you could rename it, change the icon. And then below that, we have a linked database. So this is the same exact database, it's just a different view. It's a board view. So as you add goals, you can see them listed here, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and then you can check off each goal as you accomplish them. All right, next up we have the journaling page. So it's just a simple monthly view. So if I want to add a new journal entry, I'll just click plus and then click the new journal entry template right there, and it'll bring up prompts, which I love having prompts because I'm not a big journaler, but if I'm given specific questions, then I can journal. So I just created different categories for, your gratitude, question for the day, accomplishments, reflecting and venting, positivity and perspective, and things that you want to let go of, and a specific question that you could just come in and answer. So it just makes, again, like I said, journaling a little bit easier, and then you can just add in as many journal entries as you want. And then finally, we have a master to-do list, which I need a master to-do list because I have things I want to do in my personal life. I also have my social media management business. I have a side hustle. I have hobbies. I have lots of things that I want to work on. So I liked having a database where I have a master to-do list with everything I want to get done, the category and the due date. But then I can also go into each, like, oh, okay, what do I have to get done for my business? I can click over to that and I can see everything I need to get done for my business, everything I need to get done in my personal life, and then I can see the due date. So it's set up where whatever's due next comes first on the list. And then what I also really like about this too is that once I accomplish something, I hit the check, it'll just disappear. So that just makes it super easy to just click, okay, I did that, and then it just goes away. All right, so there you have it. That's the full tour, a little tutorial for you for my planner. Again, if you are interested in getting this entire template, it's linked in the description. Otherwise, I hope this inspires you to build out your own Notion dashboard and utilize Notion to help you achieve all your goals and just to stay organized each week, each month in your life, and to help you also scroll less, waste less time. And then when you have a plan and when you have a vision like this, then you're able to accomplish more because you're not just so overwhelmed by all the things that you want to do. Instead, you have a plan. So you're going to eat better, you're going to stay on track with your fitness goals, you're going to work on those hobbies, even if it's just a little bit each day, and therefore you're going to just have a better, more fulfilled year. If you're interested in seeing how I organize my social media management business with Notion, I'll link the video to the tour and tutorial for that here. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.